Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gambling Goals. I'm your host, Mitch Carr. You can find me on Twitter at MitchCarrTV. But the man you came to see right there, Prospector Sam, you can find him on Twitter at Prospector_Sam. We're doing something different this week. The Premier League season is over. We're looking at the Europa League Final between Villareal and Manchester United. Manchester United, of course, lots of history, all the history in the game, really. Second in the Premier League this season, got knocked out of the Champions League, but has a chance to win the Europa League. Villarreal, next to no history as far as Europe goes. Now they're trying to win their first ever major European trophy. So the Yellow Submarine, the little engine that could, from Spain, trying to take down the Red Devils. In Manchester United. This game will be played in Gdansk, Poland. I apologize to the Polish listeners for mispronouncing that. Prospector Sam, what sticks out about this matchup to you?
It should be a lot of fun. It's a secondary title, so it's not really clear how much a Europa League trophy is worth when you're kind of the 50th best team in Europe if you've been knocked out of the Champions League or whatever it is. But trophy's a trophy, and this should be a fun game to watch.
It doesn't actually matter.
Not at all. Although I'll say the European Championship or whatever it is, the Mickey Mouse Trophy that Tottenham's playing for next year, that one matters. That's what you're really going for.
You could be champions of the European Conference League. Hey, you want to talk about Gdansk? That's where you're going to be playing your first round matchups next year.
No, we're going to be playing in a sewage facility outside somewhere in Lithuania where you have to mow the field yourselves before you play.
Ah, how the mighty have fallen from the Super League to the European Conference.
Heartbreaking.
Two things that are interesting about this for me. I think the fact that Manchester United has already qualified for the Champions League by finishing second in the Premier League and thus needs this game less than Villarreal, which will not be playing European soccer at all unless it's the European Conference, which is new, which is what Tottenham is going to be playing in. Finishing seventh in La Liga does not get you much, but winning the Europa League will get you into Champions League football. So this is huge for them. As far as gambling goes, Manchester United comes in as a very heavy favorite here. I'm just going to go shoot from the hip. I'm going to say this right off the bat. I like the Villarreal money line. It is plus 330, and they, like you said, are very inconsistent. They lost at home to Celta Vigo, who was a mid-table team, but they also had a 1-0 lead on Real Madrid up until the 87th minute. Madrid gets a goal in the 87th minute and then another one in the 90 plus 5, and they beat them. But on the final day of the season, when Real Madrid had everything to play for, Villarreal nearly took them down and nearly ended their La Liga hopes themselves. So I think this is a really good team. So there is my pick. I'm throwing that out there. You had a great weekend as far as the final week of the Premier League goes. So what do you like here in the Europa League final between Villarreal and Manchester United?
That money line just scares me too much. I think United are the better team. I think this thing that scares me the most is I feel like there's a fairly good chance of extra time in this game too. But I'm not willing to take the draw. So I'm walking away from this money line. Sometimes you have to be willing to not bet when it doesn't feel right. And I just didn't fall in love with any of the money line here. But I am going to take the total. I think over 2.5 for those 90 minutes is good money. United are, impressive offensively. They have all of the skill players. They should be able to break down this Villarreal team at least for a goal or two. And on the other side, defensively, they have pieces that are strong. On the whole, they're a fairly solid unit, but they're susceptible to making bad mistakes. To giving up soft goals, and their defensive record in the Premier League shows that they're not quite nearly on the same level as the Cities or the Chelseas. I think the Yellow Submarine, shout out to Yellow, could really do a lot here. Could put in a goal or two as well. Over 2.5 is about even money, and I think for what you're getting there, solid bet. I see this game in regular time being somewhere in the 3 to 4 goal range.
And because we're only looking at one match here, and you're not taking the money line, and you've already mentioned the total, now it's time to get crazy. We got some different picks here. You're betting on cards, you're betting on penalty kicks, you're betting on corners. Take us through your funhouse mirror of picks now.
My first bet I like is Harry Maguire to get a card plus 200. Harry Maguire finished the year with 11 cards in the Premier League. He was second in the league total in that race, which tells you quite a bit. Add on to that this is a game with some crafty Spanish players. He's going to be seeing a little bit of a style that he's not used to. I could very easily see him making a tactical foul at some point when he gets turned by some little Spanish man and deciding that it's time to take him down before he gives up a goal, which leads me to Harry Maguire card plus 200, great value. Second is United to get and score a penalty. If you want to be a conspiracy theorist in the Premier League, great place to look is that United get the benefit of penalties more than pretty much any team. In the last 3 years, they have finished first, and second in the Premier League in penalties awarded over that span, which tells you either one, the Premier League has given them a lot of credit and given them, the benefit of some nice calls as a historic team, or, probably partially also they have players who are good at getting penalties, whether that's by crafty play or by, a little diving by Bruno Fernandes. It's hard to say, but they get penalties. Plus 420 for them to get and score a penalty. And with Bruno Fernandes taking the penalty, it's a pretty high likelihood that they'll score if they get it. The value is definitely there. And last, corners over 9.5. This one's just fun. I've never bet on corners before in my life. I tend to think these games will be a little bit more nervous. You'll get a little bit of shaky defending. You'll see teams willing to, dive out and kind of give up maybe some territorial battles, but not necessarily goals, which makes me think a little bit higher on the corner number. And for corners there, it's about minus 112 for the over 9.5. That one we're just going to have some fun with.
So if you're looking at over 9.5 corners, you're looking at over 2.5 goals. You think this is going to be a fun game?
I think that there's a good chance, and like I said with the over, that you get some chances, you get some offensive play, and both go for it because there really is no reason not to.
There you have it. We've got 4 picks for you. I am going out on a limb on the Villareal money line at plus 330. We've also got Harry Maguire to get a card at any time in the match for plus 200. We've got over 2.5 goals. Plus 105 is what Bovada has it at. It's about even money either way. And over 9.5 corners is even. And then Manchester United to take and score a penalty plus 420. These are some prop bets. These are some high value bets. These are some fun bets. We hope you enjoy these picks for the Europa League Final. Don't worry, we are going to be back later this week with more picks for the Champions League Final, i.e. the Varsity Championship between who? Oh, that's right. Manchester City and Chelsea. Oh man, our Tottenham fan does not like this recording whatsoever. But we will be back. We hope you enjoy it. I am Mitch Carr. You can follow me on Twitter at MitchCarrTV. He is Prospector Sam. You can follow him at Prospector_Sam. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.